Am I the asshole for giving away part of my husband and I's emergency fund? My brother lost his job recently. His wife is a saw no kids, and their emergency fund is running out quickly. He's in the process of finding a new one, but they're really struggling, and I felt bad not to help in any way. My husband and I, on the other hand, have 2 stable jobs and have an emergency fund that has excess money in it, 24 months worth of our normal expenses. So I sent them a not too big portion of our fund just to relieve them some stress and buy them some time. My husband found out extremely quickly, and now he's really upset. But I had told him about my brother's situation and hoped he'd understand a bit. Am I the asshole? No? Well, I feel like I probably am. Let's make this easy for you. What if he took some of your savings and gave it to his family without discussing it with you first? Would you be upset? You're the asshole. It was your husband's money, same as yours. You're the asshole because you didn't even talk to him about it. What is it with couples on Reddit who don't communicate with their spouses? I always talk with my husband about any financial decision that would affect us both. You're the asshole. This decision required participation of both you and your husband. It was his money as much as it is yours. Leave the fact aside that we're saying this. Assume that this was his family which had been in debt, and he had done it. Then you would have created a ruckus. A drama would have ensued, with you acting as a victim of his dominating self. So now see the things from his POV. Understandable that you wanted to help your brother, but maybe just trust your husband enough to have a conversation in this regards with him. You're the asshole. You gave away a chunk of your and your husband's emergency fund without even talking to him about it. I get that you wanted to help your brother, but that's a big decision you both should have made together. It's not just your money to give away. Your husband's upset is totally understandable because you made a huge financial move without his input. So I sent them a not too big portion of our fund. Can't help but notice that you are being cagey about the amount you stole from your husband. You're the asshole. I'm sorry, but she's a stay-at-home wife with no kids. So what's stopping her from getting a job? You've just given away money that isn't entirely yours to give, and which it doesn't sound like they made it an agreement to pay it back. And your husband has a right to feel annoyed, and has probably now lost some trust in you. In most countries, there is a welfare system for your brother to pursue, whilst he looks for work. Definitely you're the asshole. You don't make financial decisions without your partner. That's crazy talk. You're the asshole for not discussing it with him. You're the asshole. Joint money, joint decisions. If it was your savings that you gave away, that would be more forgiving. But you gave away your husband's money too, which makes you the asshole. You also need to learn how to communicate with your husband, or your relationship will eventually fail. You're the asshole for doing this behind her husband's back. You're the asshole. You should have discussed it with your husband first. If they need money, then the stalk can get a job. Brother can pick up some low-paying job, as well, assuming it is better than unemployment. Help them help themselves instead of giving away your money without even a discussion with your husband. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. Always ask before. Why would you do that to your partner? You're the asshole. The emergency fund is yours and your husband's. So the decision to give away money from it has to be made by both of you. You can't just give away money from a shared fund without the other's approval. Also, is there any reason his wife doesn't work? How much money did you give them? And why can't his wife get a job and work? You're the asshole. This is a relationship-ending betrayal. Why didn't you discuss this with your husband first? IT. This should have been a discussion with your husband, rather than a solo decision. Also, your brother and his wife can get jobs. This isn't an emergency. Wife can't be stay-at-home with no income from husband. You're the asshole. The right time to explain the situation to your husband was before you gave away joint money, not after you got caught, and he was rightfully angry. Now he may be wondering if he can trust you financially. He's probably wondering what else you're hiding. Autonomously making decisions that impact both partners is a shitty way to act in a marriage. You're the asshole. You made a big financial decision without even talking with your spouse. Of course you are. You're the asshole. Tell your brother his wife needs to get a job and start contributing to their household. Is your brother going to actually pay you back? Also, what if you had an emergency where you need those funds? This is why it's so dangerously optimistic to choose the sole breadwinner dynamic when one isn't super rich. It puts all one's eggs in one basket. Breadwinners lose their jobs, become too sick or disabled to work, or even die all the time. The wife has been living it up. Most people don't get to simply opt out of paid work. The pair should figure it out without leeching of you both. You're the asshole. Stay-at-home wife. Tell her to get out and get a job. Too ridiculous giving them money when they're both capable of working at sorting their own finances out. You're the asshole. And why hasn't his wife started looking for a job? Holy shit. She's a saw with no kids. They chose this dynamic for themselves. If they need money, she can get a friggin' job. They're grown-ass adults, not you and your husband's children. That being said, had you chosen together to help them out, then that's fine. You didn't involve your husband in this decision because you knew he wouldn't be on board, reasonably so. I know people who would end a marriage over what you've done. It's a complete betrayal of trust and a big few to your husband. Good luck. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. You can't just make big decisions like this about your and your husband's money and finances without a conversation. You're the asshole. You gave away money that half belonged to your husband and didn't even talk to him. It's that simple. Yay, huge A. You're the asshole. That's something you should discuss as a couple before doing. AITA. The time to tell your husband about your brother's situation was before you decided together to send him money. This was shared money, and it should have been a shared decision. You're the asshole. That money belongs to both of you, and is not to just give away. Your brother and his wife both need to get jobs. Your brother should be on unemployment to help while he's out of work. Just wait. They'll keep coming back for more. Well, obviously you're never going to have an emergency, so what's the problem? You're the asshole.